Today, we're diving into a raw, first-person story about what it takes to survive in London's hidden economy. It's a story about desperation, about being resourceful, and about that one single moment where high-stakes hustle can completely crash and burn.
And then I learned what it means to lose consciousness. We've arrived. Just imagine those words. That's our narrator, right at the climax of his story, the exact moment his world gets flipped upside down. And you know what? We're going to start right there. So picture this, Ealing Broadway Station in London. Our guy's there for what's supposed to be a pretty standard meeting. He's arranged to meet a couple of clients inside a pub, the townhouse, to hand over some documents. A simple transaction. Well, simple for his line of work anyway. But as he gets closer, it all starts to fall apart. His clients aren't where they're supposed to be. And then, out of a park across the street, a police van pulls out. The blue lights are flashing, but silently, cutting off the world. The trap has been set. So the big question is, how does someone end up here, cornered by the police at a tube station with literally everything on the line? To really get that, we have to rewind the clock. We gotta go back to the very beginning. His journey into London's underbelly really kicks off after he leaves a totally legit farm job. When that contract's up, he lands in the city with a visa that's about to expire and just £300 in his pocket. He's ready to do what it takes to survive, but his options are disappearing fast. And man, things go downhill quick. He starts out in a factory, pulling these insane 14-hour shifts for a measly $3.50 an hour. Of course he quits. Then he finds himself cleaning streets, but it's just not enough. And pretty soon, the money's gone. All of it. And this is rock bottom. He has exactly 17 pence to his name. He walks to the supermarket to buy the cheapest loaf of bread he can find, only to see the price went up. It's 19 pence now. He needs to find 2 more pennies. 2, just to eat. This is what life is like on the absolute ragged edge. His entire day becomes this frantic hunt for survival. He's checking abandoned cars for loose change, living off cheap bread and margarine, and he's constantly on the lookout for any angle, any opportunity, legal or not, to make some cash. And it's from this place of absolute desperation that an opportunity pops up. He finds a side business. It's a lifeline, for sure, but it comes with a massive risk. He gets into the forged document game. So what exactly is this IND document? Well, on paper, it's just an A4 sheet with a photo and a stamp. But in the hidden economy, it was a golden ticket. It basically claimed, falsely, that the person holding it had applied for asylum and had the right to work. It was a key. And you know, the crazy thing is how simple the whole operation was. He'd get a photo from a client, go meet his Lithuanian suppliers near Stratford Station, and they'd literally make the document right there. Paste the photo, hit it with a stamp. A quick, almost boring transaction for a piece of paper that could change someone's entire life. He very quickly realizes, hey, why am I just buying these when I can be selling them? So for £150, he wouldn't just get you the fake document, he'd use his contacts to hook you up with a job too. He became a fixer, a go-to guy in this whole underground network. And that brings us right back to where we started. To that one fateful day. He's got 2 new clients, they need papers. He's set up the exchange, he's going to collect his fee and move on. He thinks it's just another deal, but it's not. The plan was smart, simple. Meet inside the townhouse pub. It's a public space, so it feels safe, but it's quiet enough to do the deal without anyone noticing. At least, that was the idea. But as soon as he gets there, he knows something's off. The first red flag goes up. The clients aren't inside the pub like they agreed. They're just standing there by the station entrance, right out in the open. He walks up and asks them what's going on. And that's when red flag number 2 goes up. And this one is a big one. They tell him they don't have the money. In a business that is built entirely on cash and risk, hearing we don't have the money is a disaster. He knows right then that something is very, very wrong. Before he can even process what that means, his attention is pulled across the street. A police van is coming out of the park. The blue lights are on. It's coming right towards them. There's nowhere to go. He's trapped. The math in that moment is just immediate and brutal. What's in his pockets? The forged documents, the evidence, and what are in the officer's hands as they approach? Handcuffs. It's a direct line from one to the other. And just like that, in that single moment, it's over. The entire hustle, the struggle, the complicated system he'd built just to stay afloat in London, it all evaporates. It's the point of no return.
The police officer sees the papers sticking out of his pocket and says the two words that seal his fate, the two words that end one chapter of his life and start a terrifying new one: under arrest.
It's the ultimate irony, isn't it? The very tools that were his key to survival have now become the undeniable proof of his crime. He's caught red-handed. There's no time to make up a story, no plausible deniability, and absolutely nowhere to run. You know, a story like this really forces you to ask a tough question. When you're pushed all the way to the edge, when every legitimate door has slammed shut in your face, and your only choices are survival or the law, what do you do? I mean, what would you choose? There's just no easy answer to that, is there?